In this video, we'll be learning how to solve the 2x2 using the Ortega method. Just with a little practice, you can actually get sub 5 using this method. The Ortega method is only 3 steps, so let's get right into it, and all required timestamps will be provided in the description. So the first step is to solve one color. In this case it's blue. It should not necessarily be white. Next step is to solve the color exactly opposite to it, which is green. There are 7 algorithms for this. And the last step is to solve the entire cube using one more algorithm. There are 5 such cases. So the first step is to solve any one color. And unlike in the beginner's method where you had to start with white, in the Ortega method you can start with any color. The color that is the easiest to solve is what color you will begin with to become faster. And in this case that color is blue. We can quickly solve blue using hardly 4 to 5 moves. So let's first do that. Here's another example where this time orange is the easiest to solve. Again, in hardly 3 to 4 moves, one color is solved. This is how you will save a lot of time in the first. Now the next step is to solve the color that is exactly opposite to the first color that you solved. In this case that is red. For this step there are 7 cases. The first case is when there is a bar formed at the top and the other 2 pieces are opposite to each other. So put the bar on the top on your right side and then do R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime. The second case also has a bar on top, but this time the other 2 pieces also form a bar right in front of the topmost bar. So put the bar on your left side and do F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. In the third case, the 2 pieces on the topmost layer will be diagonally opposite to each other. Now, you should put these on top and face the side where the other piece is on your left. And then do F, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime. This case is when there's only one piece on the top layer. Now you should focus on the piece that is right next to it. If it is to the right of the piece, then face that side and do R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. The next case is similar to the previous case where there is again one piece on the top, but this time the piece closest to it is on the left side. So face that and do L prime, U prime, L, U prime, L prime, U2, L. There is another way you can do this case. Put the closest piece toward your right and do R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R. In case 6, there will be absolutely no pieces on the top layer and 2 opposite bars will be formed. So face any one bar and do F, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. The final case also has no pieces on the top layer, but this time there's only one bar formed. Put that bar on your left and do F, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. Now once you have solved the 2 colors, the last step is to solve the rest of the cube. There are 5. For the first case, you'll have 2 horizontal bars formed. You need to join both of them and face that side and do R2, U prime, B2, U2, R2, U prime, R2. Now you can also get the same case with the 2 bars being of the same color. Still you match them together and do the same algorithm facing the same side. For this case, there will only be one horizontal bar formed. For this, you should match the next piece, which is at the bottom right corner, and then face that side and do R, U prime, R, F2, R prime, U, R prime. Now instead of matching the right side piece, if you match the piece on the left side, there is another algorithm, which goes L prime, U, L prime, F2, L, U prime, L. But again, you can just move the bottom layer twice and then you'll get the original algorithm. In the third case, there will be bars formed in no color horizontally or vertically. For this, you need to keep rotating the top layer until you get a bar formed on every single side. Then you face any side and do R2, F2, R2. For this case, there will be one other color already solved except the first two. So you need to put that color on your left and then do R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U2, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L. The fifth and final case is when there's a bottom bar formed on every single side. For this, whichever color is forming an L with the bottom bar and one more piece on the left corner, face that side and then do F, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime. So let's do a few sample solves starting with this one. Well, first we need to solve one color. In this case, white was the easiest. Then yellow is opposite. We get the case, please do it. And then we have only one bar at the bottom. So we can just rotate it twice and get the bar on top and then do the case to solve it. Here blue is the easiest color to solve and then green is on the opposite side. So we do another case and solve green and we have bars on all sides. So we do the case and the cube.